Child, I be eating cake when I want to eat cake. What is going on? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. If you guys are new here, my name is Tiffany, and if you're not new, welcome back. So today I am giving you guys a highly requested video, like a highly requested video. A lot of you guys have been badgering me about it, so today I'm giving you guys my fitness update video. So many of you guys have reached out to say you wanted to see more fitness content, and you guys have also been just so interactive with me about how the content that I've been posting on my Instagram has just been motivating you. If you're not following me on my Instagram, I have been sharing a lot of kind of my gym journey, my fitness journey, and just kind of like even like my weight loss goals and how I've been reaching them. And so many of you guys had so much to say about it, and you guys had a lot of questions also, so I figured I would also take the time in this video to answer some of the frequently asked questions that I get, but also bring you guys along with me for a like really active day in my life. So this is a really active day in which I work out twice this day, but I obviously do not work out twice every single day. For those of you guys that have been following me on Instagram, you know that I'm a really big believer in balance and listening to your body, so I don't work out twice every day. In fact, there are days where I don't work out at all, back to back to back. So please do not feel like I do this every day. This is just what a really active day in my life looks like. But I also want to talk a little bit about what I've been doing to lose weight. To be honest, I don't really like calling it a journey because it is a lifestyle for me and not necessarily something with an end destination. But I have lost 20 pounds since really starting, and you guys had a lot of questions on how. So I want to talk about a little bit what I've been through in the past to kind of paint this picture for you. So back in 2020, I think I reached a peak of like, what is going on? I have gained so much weight. I need to chill. Like something needs to change. Like I hit this like wall where it's just like, oh my God, what has happened to me? It's a combination of things. I was in a relationship at the time, a really happy relationship at the time. And so, I mean, you guys know, like when you're in a happy relationship, you guys are going out to eat, like, you know, all the time. You guys are going on dates, stuff like that. So that was definitely a contributing factor. In addition to that, it was the pandemic. I was extremely inactive and sedentary in my life. I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate. And also in addition to that, I was extremely depressed in like literally every area of my life. And so all of this had taken a toll on my health just declining and me gaining so much weight. And back in 2020 is when I realized like, okay, girl, like something has got to change. But I had a lot of ups and downs with this, right? So like I gained weight.
Even at the gym, he was making a way.
What are you doing?
Even in today, he's making a way. Lift up your hands.
There's not going to be any sound at this part of the video. So, yeah, you can just stop all of that. We're going inside now.
I had a reality check. I got a personal trainer, and honestly, guys, like that my whole personal trainer experience is just like, like I feel like I could make a whole video just on that because there was a lot that I did not like. There are some good things that I did take from it, but there was so much that I feel like derailed my whole progress to begin with. But anyway, I went obviously through that and came out of that with a lot of discouragement and like just really tough times, making me gain weight back again. I had a second reality check, made a lot of changes, and here we are now creating a happier, healthier lifestyle that I think can be prolonged for the rest of my life and not just for a season. So with gaining weight, hating my body, losing weight, still hating my body, I feel like now I finally come to a place where I'm in love with my body no matter the yo-yo. And it just so happens that it's a lot easier because I am seeing my goals actually like progress. Like losing weight, when that is your goal, is obviously going to be a great like visual motivating factor for you. I'm all about positive reinforcement and kind of, you know, being motivated by positive reinforcement. So being able to look in the mirror or on the scale or however you're tracking your fitness goals, being able to see those changes really makes a difference. And I can say that it definitely has been a lot easier, I won't lie to you, to like really love the skin I'm in because I'm seeing those goals. I do almost kind of just want to cut to the chase in that, like, okay, how have I been losing weight? And I think the two overall main factors that have helped me to lose weight thus far and to really start seeing you know, my goals kind of realized in my life and in my body is, one, being extremely active. So being extremely active is probably the number one thing that has changed in my lifestyle. And, you know, going from being a pretty sedentary person in the pandemic era to where I am now seems like night and day. But honestly, I just started with small things. So if that means like I would start going on a walk daily. I feel like people hate on walking and they don't really like to give walking its credit, but guys, you can do so much with just walking. Like, even if you don't go to the gym every day and you just walk, I promise you, you're gonna see a lot of differences. I just recently did my first ever like plus 10k walk. I think it was like 11k, and I burned like maybe like 600 or something calories in just that one walk, which is like the equivalent of like a very serious workout for me. So doing things like that where I just put on like, I don't know, the Bible, or I put on like a little audiobook and I go for a walk, it doesn't even feel like a workout. It feels like I'm stimulating my mind, I'm enjoying nature and outside, and I'm also burning all these calories that I wouldn't have by just sitting at home. I just don't know why people are not walking more. Like, and it's not like running. Like, I feel like you have to be into running to really, you know, like running. I also do run, but like, I'm telling you, walking, game changer. If you can start walking a little bit every day, I promise you, you're gonna start seeing differences than if you're not being active at all. So I've just been trying to kind of add as much activity into my day as possible, whether that means I go to the gym, or I go on a walk, or I go for a run, or I do errands on foot instead of driving around. Whatever it is, I just try to add as much activity that I can throughout my day. Doing dance workouts has been really fun. Shout out to Shemaya. I used to hate dance workouts, but then she started making me do them with her, and I actually really like them. So yeah, definitely very fun. Spinning has been my absolute go-to for cardio. I love spinning. I love spin class. I do spin classes without like an actual class being held. Like, I love cycling. It, I think, has been the most like I don't even know what to call it. It has been like the most I think like game changer for me in terms of burning calories. I burn so many calories spinning. And it's fun. Like, I just can't imagine how I could burn that many calories running and feel the same amount of joy. Like, I feel so much joy spinning. I'm starting to like smile while I'm talking about it. I love spin class, guys. I highly recommend because it's fun and like it doesn't feel like a lot of work, but you are getting a full body workout and it's fun. So, no brainer. Yeah, like just trying to find activity that I can do on a, you know, daily, weekly basis. If you play a sport, that's amazing. I really want to get into some type of sport. I really loved when I was playing volleyball with my friends. Anything that you can do like that. Like, if you play a sport, if you want to join a team, go join a soccer team. That's a perfect way for you to run around, burn some calories, stay fit, stay active, and have fun while doing it. I think those are the best ways in order to like lose weight, because it doesn't feel like torture. If you know, you know. So we just beat a bunch of records, but guys, Ryan just burned 701 calories in one spin class.
They're not ready.
What? That's insane. Okay, the second factor I would say has contributed to my weight loss is staying in a caloric deficit. So when I was going through my personal training experience, calories definitely was a factor. I did have a meal plan and things like that, and like I was weighing my food. So I did kind of get a handle, and I was doing that for what, 3 months or so. So I did get a handle on kind of watching my calories, reading calories, calculating calories. But to be honest with you, I'm not really a calorie counter. Like, as we speak, I don't necessarily count my calories for every meal. The only thing is, I do know how many calories I need in a day. So everybody has a resting metabolic rate, and this is something that you can just Google, like calculate my RMB, and you can just put in your details and they'll tell you basically for your you know, your sex, for your height, for your age and weight, like how many calories you burn resting at your resting state, meaning no activity, just living and breathing like a regular person, how many calories your body burns on a daily basis. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to want to eat under this amount. I've been told and I've heard over and over how the only way to really lose weight through eating is to eat less than you burn, and that has definitely been what I have been following, and it's been showing me results personally, and I've been seeing results personally. So that's definitely what I would recommend. Again, I'm not somebody who really counts calories to this day. I just know what my resting metabolic rate is. Let's say my resting metabolic rate was like 1700 calories. So basically at 1700 calories, under that a day, if I'm able to eat under that, then I'm good. But obviously if you're burning more calories than that, you can eat whatever amount of calories under that. I don't know if any of that is making sense. I think that I can definitely give a lot more information on that in a specific like diet video, which if you guys want to see something like that, give me a thumbs up down below. I can get into kind of like more the, you know, the more nitty gritty of it all. But just like on a general tip, like I just kind of look at what I'm eating and make sure that I'm also burning more than that in a day. So you'll see I'm also a really big believer in balance and not cutting out a lot of things. I don't believe in extremely restrictive diets, again, because trauma. That is something that I really went through with my personal trainer experience, and I can tell you right now it's not sustainable. At least it wasn't for me, to be honest. Like, I feel like you can go on all the diets you want. At the end of the day, once you're done with that diet, your body is ravenous for everything that you decided to take away. Okay, so I'm just a really big believer in balance these days and kind of giving your body what it wants in moderation. Moderation is key. But yeah, so I guess to sum that up, the main 2 points in terms of how I've been losing weight, how I've lost the 20 pounds thus far, is again being in a caloric deficit and being extremely active. So I also wanted to do a little bit of a Q&A with the most asked questions that I get asked all the time, whether I'm talking to you guys in my DM or you guys respond to like my story or something like that. So I figured I would just compile that here a little bit, like with the most asked. So basically the first one is about goals and kind of consistency, and it's how do you stay motivated and consistent. So here's the thing with this question that I get a lot. I may look at this a little bit differently than most people, but to be very honest with you, I don't stay motivated. If you stay motivated all the time to go to the gym, you tell me, you let us know in the comments down below how to do that. Because like, honestly, I won't lie to you guys, 7 out of 10, I don't want to go to the gym. Like, I'll like fake hype myself up to go to the gym or to work out or to, you know, get out of my bed. Like, who wants to do that? Like, who would really want to go and like put their body under scrutiny unless you're like a sadist? But yeah, to be serious, like, I don't believe in necessarily staying motivated. I definitely think that if you're waiting to be motivated to do something, you'll never actually do it. And I think that goes with everything in life. Like, if you are waiting to be motivated to study for a test, like, I don't know, like, that's just, maybe that's just me, and like I don't work like that, but I would just never end up doing it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just have to stay disciplined and dedicated to your main goal and like your objective, and just do the thing that you need to do without being motivated to do it. So I'm definitely not necessarily a motivated person. I know that being consistent sometimes looks like somebody who's motivated, but these two things do not go hand in hand at all. in my books anyway. I can speak to how to stay consistent though, because this is definitely something that I've worked on with this area of my life. For me, I really think that I'm trying to prove something to myself. I am trying to prove that I can be consistent with something in my life. I can do something that's extremely difficult and extremely hard to do without somebody having to push me to be there, and I can succeed at it. I'm trying to prove something to myself every single day. Every single day I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like working out, but I'm going to. I'm going to because ABC. Some of those things, at least for me, is like, and this has been probably like my biggest line in all of, you know, my fitness journey thus far, is that you're never going to regret it when you're done. Two things, like you're never going to regret it when you're done, ever. You're always going to go work out and you're going to feel good about it after. You're going to feel great. You're going to appreciate the fact that you did that for yourself. You're going to love yourself more for the fact that you got out of bed and did something you didn't feel like doing. You will never ever regret doing it. So I always say that to myself in my head when I don't want to go. I'm like, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. Tiff, you're not going to regret it once it's done. I seriously be talking to myself or talking myself into it. And the second thing is that the hardest part is actually just starting. If you're able to start, I promise you that is the hardest part each and every time. Because I'll tell you the truth, like honestly, if you end up going to the gym on a day that you didn't feel like going and you have a really bad workout, like, I mean, one where like you're really like just loafed in, you're not really giving it your 100%, you might even just like skip a couple sets, like that is still better. That is still like 100% better than you not going at all. As long as you were able to get yourself there, you've done all the work. So those are the two things I always keep in mind when it comes to staying consistent. Another question is, how do you plan your workouts for your goals? I do essentially just work on everything because I believe that when it comes to fitness, balance is key. So I definitely do train some things more than others just because either I like it or you know, it fits more of like the goal that I'm like a specific area that I'm trying to work on. But typically I do just train my entire body, and I do think that's important. A lot of the time you will start seeing results faster by training multiple different, you know, muscle groups and things like that. So I definitely don't neglect any part of my body, which is something that I, by the way, is very different for me now. I do think like before I was very scared of, I want to say scared, but like yeah, I was intimidated of working like upper body and like stuff like that, especially like in a gym with men, because I didn't really know what I was doing and I was very intimidated by that whole realm since I was not familiar with it. But that is not something that I experience now, and I'm telling you that like I probably love upper body more than I like lower body now, which is crazy, just because I'm seeing things that I'm like, my shoulder looks good there, like my back is starting to have that little dip in it, like just things that I didn't really realize before, and like how like, you know, your upper body can change the way that like your waist looks, which can change the way that your lower body looks. Like I just believe in like a wholesome experience when it comes to that. I do think I want to film like a workout video, like either going through like a week of my workouts, or maybe like I can show you guys my like upper body, lower body, whatever kind of routine. A lot of you guys have also asked me about that. If you guys kind of want to see something like that, just thumbs up the video so that I know that you guys want to have some kind of like workout content as well. Okay, and the second batch of questions that I get are about diet, and I get a lot of questions. I got, what do you eat? These are like the most asked questions. What do I eat? How has my diet changed since starting? And how do I work out and fast at the same time? I'm just kind of gonna answer those questions in sort of a blanket statement, or at least like blanket bullet points. Again, firstly, everything in moderation. Again, I don't really believe in a very restrictive diet, as I've done that before and it's been, in fact, like probably extremely detrimental to my diet and just even the way that I view and see food and my results as a whole. So I really don't believe in that. I do believe that you can still eat everything that you want to eat as long as you eat things in moderation and as long as you have a balanced and wholesome diet. I would describe my diet as low sugar where I can, high protein, and overall, ultimately, like, just very balanced. Like, again, I don't really restrict myself from eating anything. I do definitely have a lot of low sugar options. Again, that's something that I have kept from my personal training experience. She had me on a diet that was low carb, and so I did take a couple of those things with me outside of that experience, because I noticed that they worked well with my body. And so I'll use things like stevia instead of sugar. And again, this is not like all the time. This is just where I can, when I want to. But I do use things like stevia, sweetened stuff. I use the zero sugar, like flavor pumps in my coffee, things like that, like the no sugar type of options for things. I'll use that. Even drinking like diet soda when I want soda, or drinking carbonated flavored water instead of having a soda. Like, just kind of swapping out any like really high calorie, high sugar content that I don't necessarily need or want. But again, like I said, everything in balance. Like, child, I be eating cake when I want to eat cake, but I also have a diet soda if I want to have a soda and I don't want all the calories. I really do try to limit my amount of calories per day depending on what it is. Like, I would much rather have a slice of cake than have 250 calories worth of soda. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather eat the cake than eat the same amount of calories or drink the same amount of calories in like my coffee. You know what I mean? So I just kind of weigh that out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna choose the cake because I'm still gonna eat it. So I'll just take it from somewhere else. I do also take supplements on a daily basis and drink a lot of water. Some of the ones that I didn't mention or I didn't show you guys is like on a daily basis outside of my multivitamin, and some of the ones that I have in the video. I think they're like my apple cider vinegar gummies, and I can't remember right now what I took a B-roll of, but I take those. I also take vitamin D daily. I also take magnesium. I take omega-3s. And I also take a probiotic, and this is like the Mood Plus probiotic, really good for mental health and brain function. But so I take those and my vitamins and everything else that I kind of showed you guys in the video on a daily basis. So that is also something that I guess has impacted my diet in a positive way. Again, and I also drink a lot of water. Don't forget the water. H2O is very important. Okay, so meal prep is done. I have the fried rice that we just made. I have the barbecue sausages from yesterday that I had on the grill. The tornadoes, I think it's like grilled chicken with bacon, and I think there's like a spinach filling inside of it. I also have the roasted red pepper with crab filling. I have the stuffed salmon from yesterday as well. I made the scallops today. I have my veggies. I really love doing this in prep because it makes life so much easier, and it's a really good way for you to add, you know, some extra veggies to any of your meals without having to go through the hassle of cutting everything. I also have the cucumber salad that we just put together. I'm going to link the actual recipe below. I do change it up just a little bit, but you can kind of make it and then taste it and see what you like with it. I am obsessed with this stuff, guys. I eat this with rice and like any kind of grilled meat or any kind of meat at all, and it's really, really good. I also just have some avocados, and then I have some salads. I just got some quick ones. This is a sweet kale salad with goat cheese and candied pecans. This is a chicken Caesar with romaine, and this is a Cobb salad with blue cheese. I like to have some like pre-made salads. I typically get these, to be honest. The chopped salad kits, they're really good. But I just wanted to try out some different ones this time without having to go through the like hassle of doing some toppings. I also have my prepped fruit. So I have some green grapes, some strawberries that are already cut up. I have the mangoes in here that I just cut up. And I also got just a little fruit salad already made. Everything is about balance, people. So I also got some cake, and I wanted to show you guys that like I really do eat whatever I want. I just stay under my caloric limits. So I have some cake. I also have some Liberté coconut Mediterranean yogurt. This is the best flavor. Shout out to Sharon for putting me on. And finally, again, I have some Sweets Medley Terra chips. They're really good. I even opened it up already because I was eating it during the video. But so that's kind of like my little mini prep, and anything else that I want throughout the week, I just like, you know, make and add to my meals. But that's what we did for this week. And lastly, to kind of address the fasting situation, for those of you guys that don't know, I fast because of my beliefs as a Christian. But I've been doing this for a long time, like 7+ years, and on like a weekly basis, honestly, pretty much like a daily basis, but like weekly at least. That's normal to me. It's normal to my body. So I don't really have the like energy, like I don't really have like energy depletion or like, you know, like low energy from fasting anymore, because I feel like my body has definitely gotten used to it. And I do try to nourish my body outside of like the hours in which I'm fasting anyway. So working out and fasting isn't really that much of a struggle for me. But again, I think I can go a lot more in depth even with what I eat in a day while I'm fasting, maybe in another video. So if you guys are also interested in that, give it a thumbs up. I'll probably film like a what I eat in a day video for you guys while I'm fasting, not while I'm fasting. Yeah, I can probably film like a what I eat in a day video for you guys so that you guys can see kind of more in detail, even like all the supplements that I take and that kind of thing, what I take for like pre-workout, protein, all that type of stuff. And also maybe a workout video as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing any of those kind of things, let me know down below in the comments, as well as giving this video a thumbs up. But that's it for me, guys. I did want to try and fit kind of a broad spectrum of this whole topic into one video, but I don't want to overload you with a lot of information. I did kind of just want to touch on like the very main things that I did or that I do and that are working for me. And if you guys do have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below, or you can also DM me on Instagram. And if you're not following me there, go follow me now, because I do post a lot of fitness content. That's where I post all my fitness content. So if you guys want to see more fitness content and talk to me about it, you guys can definitely go and do that by hitting up my Instagram, which I will leave below. So make sure you guys are subscribed so that you guys will see all the videos to come, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video.